last season obviously wasn't where you wanted to end up. So what did you learn from last season, and what adjustments did you make in the offseason towards that next season, towards this season?
I think, just staying the course, having a lot of patience from last season. It was quite a journey. We started the season really healthy, ended up having a lot of injuries, but really proud of that group for, beating the #1 seed in Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament, as well as making the NCAAs. And I think for us as a staff, we were really intentional that we wanted to go into the transfer portal and really kind of address the needs that we felt were glaring last season. So adding that depth, that experience, rebounding, scoring, a true point guard were invaluable, and we were able to address all of those needs.
So going into that off season, obviously at the end you got 7 new transfers, but can you just take me through that process of what it's like to navigate NIL, what it's like to navigate players that maybe want to come home, but you may not be able to get them to come here just because of roster size and everything like that?
Well, it used to be that you could, outwork other programs. It was based on relationships. Those dynamics have changed clearly through NIL and the portal. But it's just, from our staff's end, it's about adapting. It's really, understanding, what players fit us. I thought our staff did a phenomenal job of just finding the right niche of players that really, fit us, address the needs that we needed to have. And I couldn't be more proud of what the staff and the returning players were able to do to bring in this talented, deep roster.
I've talked to a lot of players. They were raving about your trip to Croatia this summer. They had so much fun. Can you just describe maybe what the process, what the decision like was to go, and then how you saw the whole trip from your perspective?
I can't thank our administration enough. The Croatia trip was invaluable on so many fronts, especially when you have 10 new players coming in. So the fact that we were able to have 10 practices ahead of everybody else, to play the games that we were able to go out of the country and just have it be us and have that bonding experience for that amount of time in the summertime really propelled us early to be able to prepare us for this upcoming season.
Let's say you get to midseason and there's just, you have so much new talent. They're all veterans, but there's bound to be adversity. There's bound to be struggle in the locker room. Maybe people not getting minutes they want or anything like that. So how do you plan to balance that? How do you plan to address that, let's say in the middle of the season?
I think that is something we have to address every season. I get it. We're bringing in 15 players that are all winners, and they all want to play. And you only have one college career, so I understand that. I think how our program is built is based off of selflessness to be able to win championships. And so I think from our staff's end, I couldn't have a better staff to be able to assist when you have to have those kind of tough conversations that it's bigger than you when you play a team sport.
How do you, having played a game, how do you view that new video board? How do you like it so far, the new sound system?
I can't say enough to our administration, and it just is going to enhance the game experience. And when you already have such 2 great products in both your men's and women's basketball team, and for our fans, they're going to continue to be able to elevate that energy through the sound system. But it's one of the best state-of-the-art sound systems I've ever seen.
You keep kind of mentioning this idea of investing in the program, investing in Maryland basketball. Why do you feel that's important? Is it just, to help grow the women's game, to help make this program better? Is it Maryland pride?
I think you can see just the state of our sport right now, as it's all the way from the professional league down to the college ranks and below, that when you invest in women, special things are going to happen. And that's why I've been here 22 years, is this administration has always supported us, given us first-class facilities, supported us on trips like Croatia, and allowed, those kind of things are allowing you to bring in the rosters that you need to have to be successful.
You talked about growing the women's game. How does the new video board Maryland Club grow the women's game specifically here at Maryland? Because I know you've been, the whole administration has been working hard to get more fans out to games, to get more energy into the stadium?
I think it just continues to show the first-class support that we have, with the video board, the Maryland Club, that we're always going to be the best of the best. And, we already have the #1 fans in the country, but to kind of have that enhanced in-game experience is second to none, and should be something here in Maryland that we're able to take advantage of.
You mentioned you've been here for 20 plus years. What's going to make this year different?
I think for us this year we need to stay healthy because we have all the pieces to be very, very successful. So, for us, the standard doesn't change. The consistency factor for us doesn't change, but all the pieces are there. And now, for us, fingers crossed, we just need to stay as healthy as possible.
And I noticed inside of your jacket you have Maryland flags all over the place. We just want to show our camera that the Maryland pride's all over for head coach Brenda Frese. Thank you.
You're welcome.